Welcome back to Metal Heroes and review episode 55. We're discussing episodes 23 to 26. 23 is basically like Nera's like, hey, I got basically I was in a meeting with our investors. It says our portfolio is increased by 300%. We're all gonna be filthy rich. So as a thank you for this, we're gonna have a relay race, basically, and the winner becomes my new second command. Yep. So they choose various people. They choose so. Yeah, so they choose not Jimmy. He's basically gone at this point. Yeah, they choose like four people. I know that the mechanical army, they pick, they have Strobe and Bonchik for their group. In the case of the army, oh, he's not there anymore. So for the monster army, they pick Bunkara. And also Brandy himself takes a role in the episode too. So it's like two people who left remain for the mechanical army, two people for the monster army. In the case of the battle robot army, you have Gyarados. Let's see. Yeah, they pick various people and they race along. And by the way, and there's also someone from the Yoar army, Rebekin. He points out though that yeah, this is kind of a bad idea. Says Mel this round, and there's like, well, I'm gonna give it something to do. His plan is to lure out Metalder. Yep, and he does. Metalder gets basically now the whole that is basically the A plot of the episode. The B plot is basically, well, is mostly put Metalder, Mai, and Haku. That's about his name. They're basically involved like a dog and, well, actually that was the previous episode. I'm trying to think. What was their? I don't remember what they were doing in this one. Not really. No, it's kind of weird. This one. It's like the whole thing. Like the side plot is like basically, but of course the monster army obviously wins the relay race. And Rebekin's like, yeah, this particular fight is useless. I want to fight Melder. And he gets defeated in the episode. Yep. And he's gone. And I'm going to talk about this when I get to 26. 24 is a very interesting one. Yes, this is basically an episode where it is basically a magic show with the magician of the group. Yep. Not this guy. No, he's gone. And Kevin Davis, they do appear in 23, but they don't appear in like 24. Let's see. The whole thing of this one is basically about getting like all about magic and proving various magic tricks. Galador. Yeah, and he's like, oh, he's like the strongest magician under basically them. Ah, here he is. Explosive Galador. They claim he's basically like a magician, but he's also a ninja as well. Yeah, his appearance in this episode is like, okay, so, and by the way, he's defeated in this episode. When they expose like this, it's a fun little magic episode. And then comes episodes 20, 24, and 25, 25 and 26. This is a really good two-parter because, so, it starts off with Kugan taking out, trying to kill a deserter. Though he's saved by Haku and Metalder, and they're basically on the run with him. And they're wondering, why the heck is Kogan wanting to get this one deserter and send so many people after him? Excuse me. And then, of course, they're confronted by two trucks. And they turn out to be old friends of Haku, this particular gang of people. The Jock Gang, who are comprised of tokusatsu actors. The first one I immediately recognized was Keiji Oba, who I just watched him in the last show I watched, Shiven. Yep, this was in fact his first appearance in Metal Hero since the end of Shiven. Yep, of course he was known for being also in Sentai, playing Battle Kenya and Denzi Blue. But they're not the only ones here. We also have Junichi Hanta, who played Kempe Kuroda in Gogo V and Ryu Hakuwa in Dynaman, and also he was he played the main supporting villain of the fourth series, which I haven't discussed that one yet, but I will talk about it later. Yeah. You gotta think about, basically these are two Black Rangers. Yes, seriously. Yeah, that's what these two are. Mm-hmm. Yep. And, of course, well, we have Hiroshi Watari, which, anybody that doesn't recognize this guy, this is the guy who played Shiven. He was also in Seven, the previous series for this one. We'll discuss that. I'll get more on that later. He also played Boomerang and Jasmine, so basically, this guy has been active. So basically, he was not only in the second middle of the series, he was also the main character in the fifth one. He also appeared in the fourth one, which is great for him. So he's appeared in, at this point, he's appeared in all the first 6 series, which, gotta give him praise for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd probably think, really? Oh yeah, really. It's quite surprising. And yeah, on the two people we have Kuroshi Hamada, who was the suit actor from Metalder. Yep. And who plays Ubuzu of Shriven. Who is Ubuzu? Yeah, he was a one-shot character in Shriven. There's also Makito Sagawa, who played Dana Sabin. So basically we have 2 characters from the previous series. We also have Jun Yabaki, a Bioman. Yes. Yellow 4-2 is here. So they all, and also the master is, I think it's the one from the Metalder. He's like, oh, it's the master, one runs the place, and they help him out, and of course, basically they go on the run. They basically run. By the way, Keiji opened this episode. It looked like he wears the same boots he wore when he was Gavin. Yeah, the same exact boots, because I recognize his boots anywhere. I think it's mostly the same pants, except it's not the same. It could be like the same outfit he wore from Gavin. You could say that this is not Gav. This is basically just Gavin appearance. So they fight the bad guys. It's a really fun 2-parter. And of course, in 25, basically the younger brother of the Toski brothers gets killed off in this episode. Yep. Yeah, the Tag brothers. Yeah, it's basically Tusky, he gets eliminated with 25 by having Mulder kill him, and then basically his brother, Tessron, get killed off by a freaking landmine. And in terms of the reason why they've been dragging out this way, because of all these traps. And then eventually, after stopping, and the whole thing is like, oh, he wants to get to his hometown because his mother is sick. But so taken captive. Excuse me, they have a big brawl on a dam. Which, of course, you have all the characters who are all tokusatsu actors. Basically, just have a lot of fun beating up bad guys. I'm sure KGO was very happy to beat up a bunch of goons. Probably the first time he's actually done this at this point, probably since Gavin's. But he's probably having a lot of fun with this. And eventually, this really cool fight sequence. Now, this actually, I forgot to mention this in a couple episodes back. In 19, Metalder has a rematch with Colin, uh, basically the leader of the Yoa army. Yep, he has a rematch. It's very brief. Here, it's a full-blown fight. Yep, an excellent fight that results in Colin losing his mask and reveals there is something underneath it. Yes. So it's like one farmer lost. It's like, okay, you did this, so good job. He does lose, but he doesn't get destroyed. And I don't know if he actually is really like the rest of the series, but I'm kind of surprised he used it. And here's the thing: how does he slice it? Simple, with laser arm. These are excellent 2 episodes, and these 4 episodes are really good. He also points out, though, the reason why he's basically very insistent he has to battle Metalder, because he's practically killed his whole army at this point. They're all dead. The Toski brothers were the Tag brothers were the only ones left, because everyone else got killed off. Like, someone got killed, like, one got killed just last episode. So, at this point, like, basically the Nero's organization has been really heavily decimated. And it's pointed out in episode 26 that it's been 8 months since the pilot episode. You're thinking, really? 8 months? Yes, 8 months. Now, one thing interesting, though, about the very first episode, the basically 25, it is noteworthy for being the very first episode of a Metal Hero series to air alongside a Kamen Rider series. As a matter of fact, when this series wraps up, Black is still going on. As a matter of fact, Black doesn't wrap up until basically the next series, like halfway through, which I'll get to that later. But love these 4 episodes. And good to get advanced in the plot. You could say basically the 4 episodes that 25 and 26 are definitely canon. 26, I could say it's impartially. I'd say it's partially canon, a lot of filler. 23, yeah, this one's a lot. This one's basically just a fun episode focused on Neros. Yeah. But at this point, we have 13 episodes left. And I was originally planning on stopping with 26, but I figured, though, I have 13 left. Just keep going. But I'm not going to do another episode just yet, per se, because after my comic corner, next up, there's mostly Moonlight Fantasy afterwards, and then back this one. So next up, Moonlight Fantasy. Oh, actually, comic corner. But please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Okay, next video. Bye.